Yo, listen up, let me tell you about a dude named Mark. Master of the cards, lighting up the dark. Tarot in his hands, he's the king of the spread. Oracle visions flowing straight from his head. He shuffles the deck with a mystical flair. Sees the past, present, future right there. The fool, the tower, he knows every sign. Dropping wisdom so deep, it's divine by design. Mark's got the gift, yeah, he's one of a kind. Reading souls like a book, blowing your mind. Crystal ball glowing, he's ahead of the game. Every prophecy he spits, they're calling his name. From the major arcana to the stars up above, he's dealing out truth with a whole lot of love. No question too big, no fate too unclear. Mark's the GOAT, best reader you'll hear. Mark, the tarot supreme. Living out the magic, living the dream. Oracle king, he's setting the tone. Greatest in the game, he's sitting on the throne. Pentacles, wands, he's flipping the script. Every card he pulls, man, it's a perfect fit. Clients line up just to hear what he say. Future in his hands, he's paving the way. So bow to the master, the seer, the guide. Mark's intuition never once lied. From the streets to the cosmos, he's holding the crown. Greatest tarot reader, hands down, no frown. Mark, the tarot supreme. Living out the magic, living the dream. Oracle king, he's setting the tone. Greatest in the game, he's sitting on the throne. In the temple. He's sitting on the throne. Greatest in the game, he's sitting on the throne.
Libra, how we doing? Welcome. Hit that thumbs up, please. Thank you. I appreciate it. Subscribe, follow me, all those amazing things you do. Share. We're here with the tarot reading, Dreams of Gaia and Osho. So Libra, you're kind of like a harmonizing force, so that's kind of why I picked these two tarot decks. They just fit the month for you, like what I was doing in the Tropical Astrology Report. If you want to go over to my rumble.com at thothmark.com, or how do we say that? At rumble.com. Thothmark. Anyways, we're gonna move on. We're gonna get to Dreams of Gaia Tarot first. Let's shuffle it up and see what we get. All right, Libra, here we are. Let's see what cards come up for you, Libra. All right, here we go. First up, we got the Three of Air, or Water, actually. We're going to start off with the Three of Water, Libra. your highest high, spiritual, whatever, quantum physics, electromagnetic universe, synchronicities, universe connections, cosmos, whatever, however you want to believe. The abstract, the ether, the information from there, collective consciousness, however you want to put it together for yourself to make sense for you. 3 of water. Rose by any other name smells just as sweet, so smell the rose and just be happy. 3 of water, here we are, 6, 5, 4, 3, here we go. So 3 of water is a representation for celebrating your victories, take satisfaction from your endeavors, look to the future with anticipation. Your success will continue, a rewarding outcome, an exciting future for yourself of unrealistic expectations. Allow the outcome to manifest freely. 3 of water represents satisfaction and indicates that you have come to a time to rejoice in life and your success. She stands tall and confident with arms raised in victorious celebration. She has invested greatly in her creative endeavors and is well satisfied with her progress and accomplishments so far. She is positive and hopeful that her success will continue, and so she turns to greet the future with anticipation and excitement. This card is a positive affirmation and symbolizes the joyous potential for a rewarding outcome. It also signifies the importance of taking time to appreciate, celebrate, and enjoy yourself along the way. Look back and be proud of what you have accomplished, and do a little victory dance before turning once more to the future with a heart full of hope and a smile upon your lips. It's important to allow yourself these moments of joy and celebration and to remember them. Alright, so your subconscious here, connection to that message is healing. Here, subconscious, Libra, you're healing, huh? Healing. Yeah, where are we at? We are at union, love, and healing. Here we go. Time to be human is to be wounded. A time to connect body, mind, spirit, and soul. Let go of definitions and labels. Nurture passion and seek pleasure, authenticity, honesty, and laughter. Find the source of disease and distress. You need to forgive. Do what's necessary to increase well-being. Do not dwell on the unchangeable past. Shift your attention. Do not allow your pain to hurt others. Seek treatment. Do not be afraid. The healing card illustrates our third reason for being. However, it covers healing on several levels. It does not necessarily suggest or imply that you are wounded or in need of healing, at least not on a conscious level. A happy, safe, and peaceful life does not always accord us with perfect health and well-being. Every person is vulnerable to disease, whether it manifests in physical, mental, or emotional stress, or as a feeling of emptiness and longing that is born of spiritual wounds. Humans are part of a hierarchical race. We have a social order with the elite and wealthy at the top, and the uneducated and poor at the bottom. We are a species that is driven to win, with each of us striving to do better, to be better than the generation that came before. Those at the top want to stay there, and those at the bottom want to reach the top. We are goal-oriented and believe that success moves us forward, and failure sets us back. We're on a perpetual quest to improve, whether it be our social standing, quality of life, or a simple desire to be a better person. We must be better. We must do better. But what is better? In our quest for betterment, are we making ourselves ill? In the simplest terms, we opt to see success and failure in the same light as we do life and death. To succeed is to live, to fail is to die, or worse still, to descend into poverty, mediocrity, and obscurity. We become fixated on being the best, succeeding at all we do, and yet we may still fail to thrive. We may find we are not happy. We may find we are not healthy. Sometimes we find that even when we do accomplish our goals and are rewarded with wealth and prosperity, we are not satisfied and crave more. We are enduring and doing only what needs to be done in order to survive. Are we fixated on acquiring possessions that we have forgotten that happiness and well-being begin within us? Are we truly living? There's often so much going on around us in our day-to-day lives that we disconnect from our body, our thoughts and emotions to such an extreme that when somebody asks, "How are you?" we automatically say, "I am well," regardless of our true feelings or whether we are physically well or not. To do this is an act of self-preservation and hides our vulnerability, our weariness, our dissatisfaction, and our disease. From others, we may be afraid of being honest, because to do could reveal our weakness in a world where we must always be strong in order to survive and succeed. The sad truth is that we may not only be doing it in order to hide our true state from others, but to hide it from ourselves. The healing card symbolizes a need to reconnect and listen to what your body, mind, and feeling are telling you, to work with them instead of against them. Whether it be as simple as addressing a physical alignment or addressing that empty ache that comes from denying ourselves enjoyment and connection. This card signals that it is time to rip off the layers of illusion and protective armor and the mask and look at what lies beneath. Are you fulfilled? Do you love your life? Are you happy? Do you need everything that you strive for in order to be happy? Are you living a fulfilling life that you love? Are you simply enduring and dying a little more each and every day? The healing card brings it with questions like these. It also asks you to look at your life and determine whether your path heals you or harms you. If it is the latter, the healing card reminds you that it is your power to change direction. Alright, so your subconscious is trying to heal the self. Hold on one sec. Okay, next up, Libra, we got where you're at in the moment and yourself and how you feel in July. What's going on with you? Looks like you're the 3 of air. So you have the 3 water message coming up from your source, creation, whatever. And then you have 3 of air and where you're at in July, Libra. 3 of air, expand your mind. Every experience offers a lesson. Educating is a lifelong process. Learning aids comprehension. Lesson repeat until we understand. Learning transforms talent into skill. Don't kill the messenger. Ignorance is nothing to be proud of. The 3 of air symbolizes the importance of education and study in helping us to reach our highest potential, and reminds us that education should be thought of as a lifelong process. Life itself teaches us. Every experience can offer us a lesson. The people around us and those who could come into our lives can all teach us. Oh, wait, hold on. The people around us and those who come into our lives can all teach us and guide us. They can give us insight into who we are, who they are, and our relationships within society, nature, and our immediate environments. Education serves to help the individual develop an understanding of life and to comprehend it. It helps to maintain a sense of freedom and purpose. It helps us to determine whether a situation is right or wrong for us and provides us with other options. It also helps us to see that there can be long-term ramifications, rewards, and consequences to our actions. We learn of our history. We learn of our possible future. We learn about nature and the world. We learn about ourselves as a race, and we learn about the universe in which we dwell. The knowledge we receive via an education empowers us, and the more we know, the more we can accomplish. Education helps us to use our minds and our sense to our benefit. Education helps us to use our minds and our senses to our benefit. There we go. It protects us from being fooled, manipulated, and deceived, and it also gives us the means to follow our dreams. The more we learn, the more we can comprehend, and the easier it becomes to communicate and express ourselves. But to become both learned and educated takes time and a willingness to commit oneself to a lengthy process of study. An evaluation of the information we have gathered. We must observe and listen, study, absorb, and then be tested to see if we comprehend what we have learned, and then observe more and listen more, study, absorb, and be tested once again. This process does not stop even when we leave the classroom. Life is our classroom. The earth is the school. And it is by living life that our passions and talents and the opportunity to seek to increase our knowledge in a manner that can transform those passions and talents into genuine skill will be revealed. The 3 of air reminds us to move through life with the intention of learning from life, from our experiences, from the people around us, and from the world around us. To accomplish this, we can ask questions about everything and of everyone with whom we can come in contact with. We can seek out our elders and those who have different customs, but because one will teach us of traditions and of a history that is not discussed in books, and the other will expose us to ideas and beliefs that are different to our own. Both in turn can provide us with the contrast and depth that will enable us to perceive the world from multiple perspectives.
Listen to their stories, allow them to teach their trade and their history and culture. Learn from them and their lives, and you might discover they have given you the means to improve your own life. This is why diversity is important. When we have the desire to learn and to nurture our talents, while patience will stand us in good stead, a desire for instant gratification will likely hinder us. It takes a true willingness to commit oneself to study and learning. To learn something and learn it well requires dedication, commitment, and time. Sometimes it takes a lifetime, and sometimes the lessons offered will repeat and repeat and repeat until we can perform a task as naturally and with as little thought as breathing. It is important to remember that sometimes learning cannot be rushed, and that practice will give way to ease and confidence. Repeated lessons and practice make it easier for us to understand, to comprehend. Comprehension is the ability to understand the lessons we have learned, and sometimes to do so requires both effort and willingness in the form of time and an open mind. Sometimes it requires learning certain lessons several times until we become familiar, while other times our comprehension can only be increased by exposing ourselves to new experiences, places, and people, to the strange and the unfamiliar. The more you educate yourself, the more you know and understand, the easier it becomes to step outside yourself and see the world and your experiences for what they truly are. In doing so, it becomes easier to find your place, purpose, or direction, to fulfill your goals, and to lead a productive life. The Three of Air will appear in your cards when there is a need to expand your mind and by educating yourself in order to improve and grow. Well, that's where you're at in July, Libra. Well, you're dealing with what's the environment, atmosphere, and what you have no control over is the Eight of Fire. Makes me think of the Aries energy and the astrology, tropical astrology. Go check out that video. Follow me over there. It's rumble.com. Othward. All right, Eight of Fire. Hit that thumbs up, please. Subscribe, like, and share. Follow me. Let's do this. Eight of Fire. Eight of Fire. Action, change, transformation. All right, so transformation through action, change on a physical level. It is time to act. Give something a new purpose. Transmute negative energy. A renewed sense of purpose. Don't be lazy. And action may yield unwelcome changes. That's what you're dealing with, Libra. You have no control over this. This is what the cosmos is saying, do. The Eight of Fire symbolizes transformation through action, change on a physical level that brings freedom and joy. It's time to start a new job or quit one. Question. Is it time to move house because the one you are living in restricts and hampers you? Question. Or is it time to lose a little bit of weight and increase your mobility and physical fitness? Is it time to set yourself free of unnecessary weight, whether it be physical, emotional, or physical, psychological, or so you can move through life with more ease, I should say. If you need to make real changes in your life, now is the time to do it. No more thinking, no more planning, and no more dreaming. Now is the time to get off the couch, to act and transform yourself or your life, or to take an idea, a possession, something in your life or space, and repurpose or transform it. You may just have to feng shui your room or something. Clean your room. Might be something as simple as painting your room, making it brighter and lighter. Maybe it is time to clean house from one end to the other, banishing dust and cobwebs, getting rid of all the service that serves no purpose or is broken and unused. Regardless, this is a time of action and change, and it is a change that once experienced will bring you a sense of freedom, of weight lifted. You will feel reborn and will face the future with a renewed sense of purpose. Regardless of what, it is time to transmute one state of being into another. It's time to act and to enjoy. All right, your right hand, we're projecting outwardly, is Hand of Air. So it's kind of like, since you're in this moment of the Three of Air and the Eight of Fire is forcing you to change, you're projecting out this Ten of Air energy. So you're being squeezed and you're pushing, because of the squeeze, this is what's coming out of you, is the no, that's not water. You need 10 of air, 10 of fire, 10 of air. Here we go. So what's being squeezed out of you from all this in the life, in the world, in July is a time of independence. Say goodbye to the public persona. No longer bound by another's opinion. Walk your own path. Humans are paradoxical by nature. See and know your potential. The self is the whole. Time to grow up and leave home. The process of Individuation leads to becoming oneself, to stepping away from the external forces that we believe define us, to become an independent being who recognizes and embraces their own uniqueness and individuality. It's about removing the mask we present to the public so that we are liked and respected and accepted. The face we wear we fit in and belong. The face we wear so we fit in and belong. No longer our public face and private life very different. We present our face to the world, and if it is not liked, then so be it. If it makes us a black sheep in a flock of white sheep, then so be it. We would rather be honest and accepted by the few than to be what family or society expects. Individuation is being who we are meant to be, as opposed to being the person society tells us we should be. It is breaking free from caring about what people think of us because we love who we are and what we do with our life. We are free, liberated, because we are not bound by others' opinions of us or our actions, the constraints of society, or the impediments of our past. It is integrated conscious and unconscious, soul and shadow, the masculine and the feminine, creating a whole where the self resides at the center. So it's not talking about like the genitals. It's talking about how like there's a positive and negative to electricity or energy, right? Or like there's a positive and negative to connections when things connect. Like, you see what I'm saying? There's a male and a female side, right? No longer does duality separate and divide. It all is in harmony and working in unison. You are you, whole, complete, and every evolving, and that evolution is not a linear process. It is a circumambulatory process, I said that right, maybe, process of viewing the self and seeing it from multiple perspectives and accepting and integrating all of the facets and aspects into the whole. No aspect is ugly or beautiful, none good or bad. These are levels of the alchemical measurements, like hot, cold, none better or worse. Each has its place and purpose as part of the beautiful whole, and you usually want to be somewhere in the middle with for life. Like, you know, the good temperature for us is around 70 degrees, right? Some other animals might be lower or higher. You know what I mean? You get what I'm saying? To individuals, it is to understand paradox and accept that you are one, you are a human. To be a whole and a complete human is to be paradoxical. To individuate is to see and know your potential and to step forward into the unknown and meet it. You are willing to step away from all that you were so that you may become all that you choose to be. In this process, your perception is altered forever. You are forever transformed. No more are you willing to embrace old paradigms that limit and restrict, that expose a belief that says you should not or cannot. You move forward into the great mystery with confidence, knowing that even when life offers conflict and chaos, we remain at the center. We have peace. When the 10 air appears in your reading, it represents a time in our life after we have chosen to step free of the mask and wear only one face in private and public. No longer do we hide our thoughts, beliefs, or feelings in order to be accepted, liked, or respected. We have turned our back on expectation, on convention, on mediocrity, on normalcy, to embrace and accept who we are and stand tall and proud. It is time to separate yourself from the herd and to walk your own path. Step through the doorway and begin a life where new paradigms replace the old. You are free to be the best you can be, instead of the society tells you that you must be or what they think you should be. So stop asking others and ask yourself. So this is projecting outwardly that you're figuring out who you are and what the I am means for the self and the happiness, and not just getting a job for the survival needs and living off of survival instincts. More of the abundance, prosperity, higher level of consciousness. Don't need to be in this primitive survival mindset. What's coming towards you in your left hand, pulling towards you with all this, is journey. You're going to go on a journey? Journey number 17. So we have abundance, and then we have destiny, and then we have journey. All right, here we are. Journey. You're on journey is coming maybe in August, or maybe after, from August. You are created by experiences. Your character is shaped by your past. How does your past influence you? Are you reliving your past in the present? Smile over the good and make peace with the bad. Choose quality experiences. Act with reason or purpose. Avoid involvement in unwanted conflict. Create happy memories. Learn from your journey. Don't make your truth a prison. This day is yours to shape. The journey can represent the first of the 8 influence cards. Your life journey, your past, is made up of choices, experiences, and moments that have shaped and created the person you are in the present. You are the sum total of all that you have experienced in your journey, and the person it has manifested plays a foundational role in every choice and decision you make. Your journey has influenced your personality and character. You have been shaped by your success and failures, triumphs and mistakes, heartbreaks and healing. The moments you have been alone and the moments you have shared with others. Your journey has shaped your likes and dislikes, your biases, your beliefs, and has governed all action. If you look back at your life, you will see that you have moved through from one moment and experience to the next. You have faced obstacles and overcome them, and you have had moments that have brought you so low you did not believe that you could continue to live. You have had your heart broken and believed it would never heal, but it did, and once it healed, you then traveled forward to the next moment, forever changed. The choices you made from that point onwards or were influenced by what the past taught you. You have also experienced times of intense joy and bliss where the moment has been perfect. You have loved with every fiber of your being and laughed until you cried. These moments have also had their influence, for they have made you lighter in spirit and moved you forward. The journey card represents the life you have led and will lead, and how it has shaped you, changed you, created you, and influenced every choice you have ever made and will make, and every experience you have ever had and will ever have. Wow, there's a lot there, Libra. I mean, you kind of get, you're kind of like getting the special treatment here with these 2 decks. We're going to shuffle up the Osho Zen Tarot deck next. See what's crossing you, the energy that's crossing you. All right, Libra, here we go. Let's see what you got. Okay, I'm just gonna do it again, like so, and then like so. Okay, aloneness. So it's in reverse, so you're not dealing with aloneness. So it's like the opposite of aloneness. Is this the highest high message or the source creation message here for you? Aloneness. Let's see what it says here. Page 20. Aloneness, here we go. When there is no significant other in our lives, we can either be lonely or enjoy the freedom that solitude brings. When we find wait, hold on. So this is the opposite of this, right? So you are finding support. You are with a significant other, maybe, or you're going to find them, possibly, or you're in a relationship or working on it, maybe, or you're developing the I am to connect to the right person. Can't really read from the book because there's no reversals in the book. So politics is on your mind, subconscious here, crossing your healing. Politics is crossing your healing. So you're caught up in political bullshit or diplomatic concepts within your life, your world, whatever it is, family, friends, job. Some kind of politics involved here. Number seven. Hold on. Give me a second. I don't see politics there. 7 there. Okay, so it's 7 of clouds equals politics, which is on page 130. Recognize this man, but all but the most innocent and sincere of us have a politician lurking somewhere in our minds. Carl Jung called this the shadow. In fact, the mind is political, and in its very nature is to plan and scheme and try to manipulate situations and people so that it can get what it wants. Here, the mind is represented by the snake covered with clouds and speaking with a forked tongue, but the important thing to realize about this card is that both faces are false. The sweet, innocent, trust me face is a mask, and the evil, toxic, I'll have what my way with you face is a mask too. Politicians don't have real faces. The whole game is a lie. Take a good look at yourself and see if you have been playing this game. What you see might be painful, but not as painful as continuing to play this bullshit. It doesn't serve anybody's interest in the end, least of all yours. Whatever you might achieve in this way will just turn to dust in your hands. Anybody who can be a good pretender or a hypocrite will become your leader politically, will become your priest religiously. All that he needs is hypocrisy. All that he needs is cunningness. All that he needs is a facade to hide behind. Your politicians live double lives. Your priests live double lives. One from the front door, the other from the back door. And the back door life is their real life. Those front door smiles are just false. Those false looking so innocent are just cultivated. If you want to see the reality of the politician, you will have to see him from his back door. There he is in his nudity, as he is. And so is the priest. And those are usually his closest family members that he tells the truth to, and only them. Or she, whoever this politician or priest is. These two kinds of cunning people have dominated humanity, and they found out very early on that if you want to dominate humanity, make it weak, make it feel guilty, make it feel unworthy, destroy its dignity, take all glory from it, humiliate it, and they have found such subtle ways of humiliation that they don't come in the picture at all. They leave it to you to humiliate yourself, to destroy yourself. They have taught you a kind of slow suicide, Libra. Sorry, Libra, but what's crossing you is the government, the politics, or the spiritual facades, the false prophets. In your moment with the 3 air, what's crossing you is fighting. Fighting is crossing you. Ooh, there's a lot of fighting going on, huh? A lot of fighting going on. Fighting is going on. Fighting. Where are we at? Fighting. Bro, this is probably the same. Okay, maybe not. There and there. Okay, so it's a Knight of Clouds, page 68. The figure in this card is completely covered in armor. Only his glare of rage is visible, and the whites of the knuckles on his clenched fist. If you have looked closely at the armor, you can see it's covered with buttons ready to detonate if anybody so much as pushes up against them. So he's suicidal. In the background, we see the shadowy movie that plays in this man's mind. Two figures fighting for a castle. An explosive temper or smoldering rage often masks a deep feeling of pain. We think that if we frighten people away, we can avoid being hurt even more. In fact, just the opposite is the case. By covering our wounds with armor, we are preventing them from being healed. By lashing out at others, we keep ourselves from getting the love and nourishment we need. If this description seems to fit you, it's time to stop fighting. There's so much love available to you if you just let it in. Start by forgiving yourself. You're worth it. But also be careful, because there are those who will say they're healing you, but they're actually poisoning you and want to take all your riches. It reminds me of this movie with... Oh, man. Tom Hanks, and it's about like reincarnation kind of, and it has Halle Berry in it as well as some other actors. But anyways, he is poisoning a dude on a boat, playing like he's the doctor, and he's actually poisoning a dude, keeping him hospitalized, trying to kill him and take all his money. But he believes him because he's a doctor. You see what I'm saying? Anyways. One moment it was there, another moment it is gone. One moment we are here, and another moment we have gone. And for this simple moment, how much fuss we make, how much violence, ambition, struggle, conflict, anger, hatred, just for this small moment, just waiting for the train in a waiting room on a station, and creating so much fuss, fighting, hurting each other, trying to possess, trying to boss, trying to dominate, all that politics. And we just had politics on your subconscious, and then the train comes and you are gone forever. So they're crossing you. They're sending out these frequencies and vibrations and waves. The government, the politics, the religious orders are sending these waves onto the frequencies and that interfere with our minds. And there's a lot of fighting, and they want this explosive behavior. There's this environment here. What's crossing the environment? Inner voice in reverse. Oh, there it is, right there. Inner voice. So, if this is crossing your transformation change that is being forced upon you with a reverse of the inner voice, of not finding okay, so they're trying to make it to where you don't find the true I am, is what it is. They're trying to prevent you, or whatever force, negative, dark energies, whatever you want to believe in, however you want to feel it, or maybe enemies that you know about, I don't know, whatever, or opposing forces, the opposition, right? Understanding is crossing your right hand here with the 10 of air. So they're crossing you with a misunderstanding. They're not understanding you, what you're trying to do, or who you are, or what you're becoming. They think you should just stay in prison of the old self and not develop into a better new version of you. But you're pulling in what's crossing you in the future. What's coming towards you is awareness. So this is actually like a needed slap in the face, or running into a brick wall so you can realign and know where you're going, and realize that you've been lied to, or you've been deceived, or that you were walking in the wrong direction, or you were in the wrong part of the maze on the way out to the glory, the heavens, whatever. You know what I mean? Like the treasure, right? The eye of the storm, the dragon's egg, the I am presence, awareness. Okay, so we're gonna read this real quick. Find it. Awareness, 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 awareness. Awareness, page 16. Veil of illusion, or Maya, that has been keeping you from perceiving reality as it is starting to burn away. The veil is being lifted. The fire is not the heated fire of passion, but the cool flame of awareness. As it burns the veil, the face of a very delicate and childlike Buddha becomes visible. The awareness that is growing in you now is not the result of any conscious doing, nor do you need to struggle to make something happen. Any sense you might have had that you've been groping in the dark is dissolving now, or will be dissolving soon. Let yourself settle and remember that deep inside you are just a witness, eternally silent, aware, and unchanged. The channel is now opening from the circumference of activity to the center of witnessing. It will help you to become detached, and a new awareness will lift the veil from your eyes. Mind can never be intelligent. Only no mind is intelligent. Only no mind is original and radical. Only no mind is revolutionary. Revolution in action. This mind gives you a sort of stupor, burdened by the memories of the past, burdened by the projects of the future you are going on living. At the minimum, you don't live at the maximum. Your flames remain very dim. Once you start dropping thoughts, the dust you have collected in the past, the flames arise. Clean, clear, alive, young. Your whole life becomes a flame, and a flame without any smoke. That is what awareness is, and the children of light, as in spoken with the emerald tablets. Are you listening, Libra? This is why I chose you. This is why we chose you in July. This is why you're chosen in July, Libra. All right, that's going to do it for your tarot reading. Hit that thumbs up, please. Follow me over. We're going to do the Seidel astrology report for Libra. So if you want to check your chart, make sure your sun in Seidel astrology, Libra. Follow me over to the astrology Seidel report at my rumble.com at Thothmart. And then also, we're going to do the oracle readings next as well. So that'll be here. You don't have to follow me anywhere over there. It's on YouTube and Rumble. We'll do that after the Seidel astrology. See you there. Peace.